Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today is day 63 on my 90-day challenge to drop 50 pounds. Now, we know that last week with the Thanksgiving and the funeral for Tita Orting, there was a lot of family get-togethers and a lot of cooked food and a little bit of celebration of life, including my wife just turned her birthday, so we went out and celebrated. So it hasn't exactly been the best week for me as far as eating, but I have been able to get back on my workout. So hopefully things will turn out well at this weigh-in this Friday. Now, I'm working out on back, abs, and core today, so we're putting together a really great workout. Starting off with today's workout, I'm going to be doing a superset of a wide grip thumbless pull down with the straight bar. I'm going to superset that with jackknives holding onto a 25-pound plate, and we're going to do 4 sets of those. And it's a great way to really get the back warmed up and pumping, as well as my abdominals working from those jackknives. The next superset I do, I face inward toward the machine here on the cable, and I pull back at about a 75-degree angle and mimic with a supinated grip, almost like a hammer machine pull down. It's a great extender, and I really feel that pump on the extension of the lats as well as the muscles along the scapula and the rear shoulder. I superset this one with an incredible great rotary move with a Woodman Chop, and it is just a great combination for the core as well as all the muscles along the scapula. I think it's important to mention that when strength training, you should always use a weight that you can still focus on keeping good form and, for my sense, not using momentum in the movements or minimizing it and really getting a good squeeze and contraction at the top of the motion for each of your lifts. So I like to get that squeeze and add that nice little flexation into the muscle, which really gets it to work. Now, I've mentioned this before. It's hard for some people to do it because it goes against and contradicts what the body really wants to do, which is simplify and make each movement easier by using momentum and bringing in other muscles. You really have to set your mind on the intention of maximizing every repetition rather than getting through the set as quickly as possible. For my third superset, I'm doing a third upper back exercise by going a little bit steeper on the incline at about 80 degrees, doing a narrow single grip pull down with a rotation of my hands and wrists, which causes a little bit more extension into the lats at the top of the motion next to the long head of the tricep along the armpit. Now, this is a great movement as well too, a great way to top off all your upper back movement and really get that flex at the bottom and that pump into the lat. Now I superset this with a ab wheel rollout, and if you notice, this is the first time that I'm able to do this again while after dropping the weight and building the muscle. It's still a little difficult for me. I do about 4 sets of this. The first 2 sets were 15. The next 2 sets, one was 12 and the last one I believe was 10. But I'm just happy to be able to get back out there and roll it out, and it's not the best of form, but I'm going to get there again. And in this case, I use a couple of platforms underneath my thigh and my knee so that it's less stress on my back and more focus on my rectus abdominis, especially if I'm able to get a little bit more of a hyperextension into the abdominis and get a little more stretch into them. Now, guys, I got to tell you that it might not seem like I'm doing a lot of different abs moves today, but my core and my abs are still pretty toasty from Monday's legs, glutes, and chest day. You know, all that work and going through the motion of hitting the glutes and the legs, a lot of core work is used. So I'm really feeling it in my core, and it feels great. I will touch up on it again, probably Friday or Saturday when I do some Muay Thai with my crew, my coach, Daniel, and we'll take a look at it then. Last but not least, I modify a plank on a bench and do a 1-arm dumbbell row. Now, I don't go heavy on this, but I get nice, meticulous, and methodical movements with that dumbbell row, getting maximum extension while keeping my back and core engaged and really working it as if like a plank. Now, I do allow myself to keep my glutes a little bit higher up along the line rather than keeping it completely straight. So again, I minimize the emphasis on the lower back and the lumbar, but still get the benefits of the core move. And I do about 12 to 10 repetitions on each side for about 4 sets. And this, of course, is a great way to really top off the back and abs core workout. And I'm enjoying every moment of this. So always remember that I keep the details of the workout down below written in the detail section of the video. I give you the sets and the amount of repetitions, and I never put the weight because the weight isn't as important. What is important is that you increase the weight when you lower your repetitions, and you lower the weight when you increase the repetitions, always focusing priority on form and making sure that you're getting proper control of the weight and the weight isn't controlling you. So guys, thanks for tuning in again on the 180 and 90. I hope you learned something new and want to try this workout. Let me know how it goes for you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the 180 and 90. Take care.